Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Flight of the Amazon Queen. When last we left off, we learnt a number of things about what's going on in this game, mostly from a talking parrot. The parrot told us that Princess Azura is being held captive, and that she wants Trader Bob to come and save her. We don't know who Princess Azura is, but I imagine she's an important character in this game. And we don't know who's holding her captive, or for what purpose, but if I was going to take a guess, it's probably going to be that mad scientist dude that we saw in a previous Meanwhile segue. Speaking of those Meanwhile segues, Faye has left. She walked off to go and search for help by herself, leaving Sparky alone by the plane. This means one of two things, either that Faye is going to get captured and Joe's going to have to rescue her, or that Joe is going to get captured at some point and Faye is going to need to rescue him. We're not sure which one it is yet, but I'm pretty confident it's going to be one of them. But enough talk about things that we weren't there to see yet we know have happened. We need to go and talk to Trader Bob, and inevitably buy some of the things that he has for sale. These things are probably going to be things that we really shouldn't be able to find in the Amazon jungle in 1949, but they're going to be very useful nonetheless. We're first going to look at this outhouse, however, the most important thing here. I'm sure there are going to be essential items in here for us. I highly doubt it, but let's have a look anyway.
Ah, the local reading room. There's some graffiti on the door. Kilroy was here.
Well, let's open it and see what we can get.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was empty.
Oops. Well, let's close that and go and talk to somebody else, shall we? Like the chief here, for instance, who is relaxing in the sun. We'll just need to, where do we need to focus to talk to the chief? Ah, there we go. We need to focus there.
I think he's working on his tan.
I think he is. Let's talk to him, shall we?
Hi, I'm Joe King.
Okay, we can't understand you either.
Can you speak English?
No, he can't.
I beg your pardon?
This conversation isn't going anywhere fast.
Sorry, I don't understand. I don't speak pygmy. Goodbye.
I'm sure eventually we'll find a way to understand you, but that time is currently not now.
Whoa, now that's what I call ugly.
Let's talk to the witch doctor, shall we? Maybe the witch doctor can understand us.
Hi, I'm Joe King.
Nope, we can't understand you either.
I don't speak pygmy. Goodbye.
I imagine all the options that we did with the chief are pretty much repeated here with the witch doctor, so there's no point in going through them. But there is a sleeping villager here. Maybe you can speak English.
He's asleep.
Well, let's talk to him anyway.
I'd rather not wake him.
Okay, fair enough. Let's go and look at this door that isn't really a door, and then go and see Trader Bob.
I don't see anything special.
Fair enough, let's just go then.
Squawk! So we meet again, my fine feathered friend.
Howdy, son. My name's Trader Bob. I run this shop with Naomi over there. What can I do for you?
Are you the same Trader Bob that this parrot told me about?
Maybe. What else did that parrot tell you?
Well, he told me about some princess. Azura, I think her name was. He said that she was in trouble.
Listen, buddy, we gotta talk. What's your name?
My name's King. Joe King. Pilot for hire.
Well, Joe, Princess Azura is a good friend of mine, and she's been kidnapped. I don't know who's responsible, but I have my suspicions. I may need your help in finding her. Are you interested?
Sure, why not? We need a quest to do after all, apart from all the other things that we're doing. But we have various options that we could go through first.
Why do you need my help? Can't you do it yourself?
The people I suspect of kidnapping Azura know me as her friend. They'd be very suspicious if I showed up snooping around. No one in the jungle knows who you are.
That does make sense. Alright then, we'll help you. We're not gonna say no, because I think the game eventually will have us say yes anyway. We never say no to helping people.
Okay, I'll help. Fill me in on the details.
Great. I knew you'd help. I think that Floda, a lederhosen company, kidnapped Azura. She was last seen near their camp earlier today. It'd be great if you could check the place out.
Oh, I'm sure we will. But why would they kidnap a princess?
What's a lederhosen company doing in the Amazon?
Exactly. From what I can tell, the lederhosen is just a cover for their real activities. I don't know what they're up to, but I'm sure it's no good.
I agree with you. They probably are up to no good. Like evil science dino ray levels of no good? It's just a hunch. Just a guess, a stab in the dark. And this is a good question. I imagine Joe has no idea.
What exactly is lederhosen?
Lederhosen? Why, it's clothing. You know, sort of like leather shorts, I think. Not the sort of thing you'd wear in this hot weather.
That is true. I wouldn't want to wear them in the middle of the Amazon jungle.
What makes you think that Floda kidnapped her?
A number of other people have gone missing near there. Besides, Floda has electric fences and vicious guard dogs. Isn't that a little odd for a clothing company?
Now that I have the details, I guess I'll be off.
You'll find Floda on the other side of the pinnacle. Be careful, Joe, and if you need any more help, just ask.
Thank you very much. We will indeed ask you quite a lot, because you seem to know the area very well, and we don't know it at all. There's also a beef jerky stand here.
It's empty.
That's right, son. A new supply of beef jerky should be through any day now.
Well, we have some beef jerky. Would you like it? Maybe we can get some money for it.
You look a little hungry. I've got some beef jerky. Would you like some?
You bet I would. I'll even pay for it.
That's okay. You can have it for free.
No, I insist. Here, have some money.
Gee, thanks.
No, thank you.
That money really isn't going to be useful anywhere but here, is it? Because you're the only one that runs a shop.
I'm rich.
You're not that rich, and also, I got that reference. It wasn't that subtle. There are a number of things that we can look at here. One of them is not subtle at all, even less subtle than that reference with the money.
Who'd want to wear mouse ears on their head?
Who indeed? Let's have a look at this poison, shall we?
Yuck, aniseed balls.
And here are some films for some reason.
It's one of those Swedish wildlife films.
Well, nobody's going to be buying that for a while, mainly because I don't think they have the electricity to run a projector. Not here, anyway. There is a phone here.
Just my luck. It's out of order.
And I doubt you'd be able to get a good, line anywhere anyway.
I don't touch the stuff. It gives me gas.
Fair enough. What about these nets here?
Essential for Amazon fishing. I'd hate to put my bare hands into piranha-infested waters.
We're going to need one of those, aren't we? To get that perfume. Let's see if there's anything else here that we need to look at. We could look at that record. Why not, eh?
Great German composers. Elevator Muzak collection.
I could see people listening to that, but probably not here. Hello, Wedgwood.
Cute little fella.
We could talk to Wedgwood. How are you?
Hi there.
Pieces of me! Pieces of me!
Okay, now you're sounding more like a traditional parrot.
Polly want a cracker?
The name's Wedgwood. Squawk! Bozo!
Okay, hello, Wedgwood.
Who's a pretty boy then?
Fuck! Not you, that's for sure.
That's mean.
Yo ho ho in a bottle of rum.
15 men on a dead man's chest. Squawk!
I'd like to talk, but I gotta fly.
Wise guy, eh?
I agree, Wedgwood. That pun was terrible. Can we have one of those, Buckets O'Net? Or rather, we can't give it to anyone. That's silly.
Essential for Amazon fishing.
We should just
I'd
try.
hate to put my bare hands into piranha-infested waters.
We should just try and grab one of them, shouldn't we? Let's give that a go. Alright, we just need to highlight the correct position on the screen. This is a little bit finicky. There we go.
Excuse me, I'd like to buy this.
I'm sorry, but those are for special customers only. They are not for sale.
Sorry.
Oh, well, what is for sale? What about this vacuum cleaner?
It's a self-powered model, though it looks more like a bug exterminator's kit.
Maybe we can grab that?
Excuse me, I'd like to buy this thing.
That thing is a vacuum cleaner, son. It's actually an experimental self-powered model.
Self-powered?
Uh-huh. It's got a built-in battery or something. It'd be worth a fortune in the city, but it's useless here in the jungle.
Well, I'm sure I can find a use for it. Here's some money.
It's all yours, son.
Excellent. We have a vacuum cleaner.
Nice doing business with you.
Hey, no problem.
So we basically traded the beef jerky for a vacuum cleaner. And no, we don't need that rope, and we don't need those pencils either. What else can we look at here? We'll look at these bottles. One of these things might be useful.
Gross. I think they're full of castor oil.
Okay, that's probably not very useful. What about the... Let's see, there's Naomi. We can talk to her at some point. Let's walk away so that we can have a look at... Oh, there's nothing else here we can highlight. So we'll just look at Naomi and then have a conversation.
I think I've had enough fun.
Let's talk to her, shall we?
Hi, I'm Joe King, pilot for hire.
Can I help you?
Hello, you're the first person here from this village that speaks English.
Where did you learn to speak English?
The missionaries in the jungle can speak Pygmy, so they taught me how to speak English. I'm the only one in my village that can speak it fluently.
You're pretty good at speaking English, and you've given us a hint as to where we can find somebody who can teach us how to speak Pygmy. Where can we find these missionaries?
Where can I find these missionaries?
They have their mission in the jungle. If you're thinking of asking them to teach you Pygmy, forget it. They won't teach you for nothing.
Oh, well that's not encouraging. Let's ask you about how come Bob over there didn't teach you. That's a good question.
How come Bob over there didn't teach you?
Bob's a nice guy and all, but his grasp of the English language is a little limited. He thinks grandma is the person who washes his grandfather's socks.
Thanks for your time.
That's okay.
And let's go and talk to Trader Bob. Yeah, let's go talk to him. He might have more to say.
Excuse me, Bob.
What can I do for you?
We have plenty of things we can ask about.
Would you have a phone I could use?
Sorry, but the only phone in the village is broken.
That is convenient.
Do you know anyone else that may have a phone?
Floater, probably. When you're looking for the princess, see if you can find one.
That's a good idea.
Nice shop. Did you decorate it yourself?
I had help from Naomi over there. She's got a real knack for interior decorating.
Ah, let's ask about Naomi, shall we?
Does she live here?
No, she lives in a house with her dad, the chief.
Ah,
Do all the villagers look like her?
No, not all of them. Some of them are men.
and let's ask this conversation topic. I think this is going to lead somewhere.
She's very pretty.
Uh-huh, she sure is. And before you go getting any ideas, I'd just like to say that she's my girlfriend.
Thanks for telling me about Naomi.
That's okay.
I think that might give us a conversation topic with Naomi. There's only one way to find out, and that is after we've asked about more things.
I've got some questions that I'd like to ask.
What do you want to know?
There's a lot of things we can talk about here.
What sort of things do you sell?
I sell all sorts of things. Some of them are only for special customers. What are you interested in?
What is this mention of special customers?
How do I get to be a special customer?
I generally reward my long-term or really helpful customers with special status. If you want to be special, do something to impress me.
I think I'll browse.
Let me know if you find something you like.
So we need to do something helpful here. I'm not sure what that's going to be. Let's have a look at that piranha, shall we?
I wonder if the tank was full of goldfish this morning.
Probably not, because they wouldn't have lasted that long.
Neat.
It is quite neat, isn't it? And there is a calendar that we can look at.
It's another Faye Russell calendar. I'm sick of them.
Let's go and talk to Naomi again. Maybe that conversation topic is going to be possible, if there is one.
Hello, Naomi.
Hello, Joe. What can I do for you?
There is, some more things we can talk about.
What's with the barber chair out front?
That's part of my village hair salon. I'm a qualified stylist, except I don't get to use my skills much. The only thing people want around here are bowl cuts.
What's wrong with the bowl cut, eh?
There's nothing wrong with bowl cuts.
I guess not, but I would like to try something different every now and again.
Fair enough.
Is hairstyling a family tradition?
Sort of. My great-grandfather used to take a little off the top, if you know what I mean, until he ran out of customers.
Could you give me a haircut?
Maybe another day. I've got a date with Bob tonight, and I have to get ready. I'm really nervous about it.
Also, I got that reference about a little off the top. It wasn't that subtle. Ooh, we have some conversation topics here, though. Let's ask why she's nervous.
How come you're nervous about your date tonight?
Oh, it's no big deal. Bob gave me some perfume, which I was going to wear tonight. But Wedgwood drank the entire bottle. He was drunk for a whole week.
That explains the alluring aroma when we first met.
I haven't the heart to tell Bob what happened. And I know he'll be expecting me to wear the perfume. What am I going to do?
If I find some perfume, will you trade some stuff in the store for it?
I'm sorry, but I'm not allowed to do that. But I could trade you something of mine, like my trusty hairdressing scissors, for example.
I'll keep that in mind if I happen to find some perfume.
Thanks.
That seems like a good trade for me. Perfume for scissors. We could have many uses for scissors.
I'm interested in some of your merchandise.
Which merchandise in particular?
Let's have a look at the... Ooh, do you sell comic books? That's a really good question.
Do you sell comic books?
You mean like Commander Rocket?
Yeah, that's the very comic book I'm after. Do you have any in stock?
Sorry, we don't deal in children's literature. Maybe you should try a newsstand or something.
I think I'll look around.
Okay.
I think we're going to have to go to Sparky and tell him that he got severely burned. Well, we do have a few things we can do. We have to go and find some perfume. We also have to find a use for a vacuum cleaner. And also go to Floda. We might as well go to Floda right now. Meanwhile, in the secret bunker again.
Has there been any success in finding the crystal skull?
Not yet, Dr. Einstein. I have my best men looking for it in the temple.
I must have that skull soon. It's the key to gaining entry to the Valley of the Mists.
And to obtaining more dinosaur samples.
Exactly. And with my new Dino Ray, I can begin building my army of dinosaur women.
Excellent, sir.
Then I shall rule the world.
Yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir.
I don't think that henchman is convinced that this plan is a good one, and I'd be inclined to agree. It's not a great plan, and also, who has a massive picture of themselves on the wall there, looking maniacally evil? Could it be that that scientist is maniacally evil? I'm sure it's not that. Let's go back to the pinnacle, shall we, and head to Floda. That seems like a good idea. we'll head right there. And when we come back, folks, we're going to explore Floda. Maybe there's things we can get here. And there is a guard dog. That's a very short leash, however. I'm sure we can walk past that dog just fine. But will we find anything suspicious here? That remains to be seen. So I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.